Hello and welcome to the UK Minifigure Collectors YouTube channel, the only channel that focuses primarily on minifigures. Now today I'd like to show you these relatively unknown sort of minifigures that actually came from a game. They're actually called Dude Dice and have a sister line called Diva Dice, and there is a slight variation, but they came from a company called ZooBooKoo, and they're a subsidiary of Big Jig Toys family. Released in 2010, these are actually a maths game, like aimed primarily at primary school children to kind of aid them with their maths. So taking a look at this actual box, you can see straight away it's got a scholastic appeal to it. Very, very sort of maths orientated, and like it says in the top right hand corner, supporting the national curriculum. So here you see the three actual sculpts: Fangs, Razor and Cyclops. And yeah, I mean basically there's 3 levels to this game, and each one is aimed at a separate age group to help them with their multiplication. And quickly on the back, just some relevant information about the game. Like I say, I'm not going to go too much into the information about the game, but these are the 3 sets you could have got: Diva Dice, Dino Dice and Dude Dice. Now if I just pop this down, pop it here, and on my left I've actually got a more recent release, this one. So again, like I said, it's just more like newer packaging and probably a different level as well. So yeah, let's jump in and let's have a look at like what's actually in here. So let's do the box up and put it so I can put it in shot. So you can see a nice sort of difference in the actual box. The newer one's nicer. So basically the rules, how it all plays. Basically, one person rolls the dice, tries to answer the question right. If they win an actual dude. Once all 3 are gone, you go into the round 2, and the person who actually gets all 3 is declared the winner. So a nice little dude dice bag. Mine's a little bit dirty because it's quite old. Nice little tie bag. Pop these actual dice and things out. Right, let's look at the first one. So this one is the actual symbol multiplication dice. If you notice, it's actually got R written on the side as well. Basically, if you roll an R, you miss a go. Quite simple. This one on or my one is actually more higher numbers, so sort of 5 and upwards really. Just makes the multiplication a little bit harder. Dice are identical. And I've just noticed while I'm filming this, the actual box on the left is actually lower numbers. So this is like an earlier age group. So the dice are just at like a few lower numbers. But again, the same sort of symbols: add, multiply, subtract. It doesn't have a divide for some reason. So let's get on with the actual minifigures. So the very first one, this one is Razor. So I love the little sort of ring to his nose and the earrings. I think all the sculpts have actually got them, but it just stands out more on this one for some reason. Now I do love the sculpt on this. It's just a very simplistic design, but yeah, it works so well. Lovely little tail that just hangs off the back. Like I say, just very sort of plain sort of minifigure. But this one is actually Fangs. So again, it looks more like a vampire, this one. Really cool sculpt though. I do love the way that the sort of ears are all poking up on this one. Just kind of feels more like a vampire, I suppose, to me. And the horns on the top, just more devilish. There's some nice solid plastic on these as well. Let's pop this one down. And the last one is actually Cyclops. So this is a really cool, fun design. This one doesn't look so sort of devilish, I suppose, but yeah, it works so well. I love the sort of roundness and just like I keep saying, the simplicity behind these figures. It's not an overly detailed sculpt, but yeah, it works really well. Now if I just go for a little comparison, this one is with a muscle, so you can see it's just slightly smaller than a muscle. And if I bring in my trusty Ghostbuster Ghost, it's about the same sort of size. Now if I just pop this one down over here, I did actually mention there's a second set called Diva Dice. They're aimed more towards the girls, obviously with the colour. This one is actually called Dizzy. Identical sculpt to Cyclops, but it comes in this lovely bold pink colour, and it actually works really well. Just pop this one down. The next one is actually called Megs, and this is a copy of Fangs. And again, that lovely sort of pink colour with a nice bright red eyes. I think that's really cool actually. That the pink ones actually work slightly better colour wise, I think. And the last one is called Trix, and she's again another carbon copy of Razor. Mine are slightly bashed about because I don't actually have the box for these. I actually bought these separately. But they're really nice, cool figures. You know, when I first saw them, it was actually on an ID group, and yeah, I kind of followed them and thought, why not? So what I'll do is I'll get on with the show reel. So I'm sure by now you're asking yourself why I'm showing this product. Well, first of all, it's these awesome set of 3 monsters. I think they're fantastic. They really do work in any sort of mythological collection or anything like that really, or just plain monsters. Yeah, the colours might not be the best, but you could always paint them up if you wanted to. And I think, you know, the colours actually work really well on these. The second reason was actually the game. Myself, being a parent, I know I struggled with my children, like teaching them multiplication and just changing the dynamics of it. You know, making it into a game, something a bit more fun for them, took the mind off the fact that they're doing like quite hard maths. You know, that really helped, and they actually did learn their multiplications. You know, for me that's a really good thing. And let's not forget, I ended up with 3 minifigures here, you know, because of a game that I bought my children years ago. Now for me that's a win-win. You know, simple. Now if you are looking to pick up a set of these for yourself, whether it's for the minifigures or you actually want the game for the multiplication side to help your children with their maths, they are still available and you can find them quite frequently. I believe they're on Amazon for about £8 at the moment, but you can actually find them on eBay a slight bit cheaper. One thing I would say though is make sure that you check the dice out before you buy them. You know, you don't want the really high numbers if they need the really low numbers, or you don't want the low numbers if they want the really high numbers. That's a scenario nobody wants. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, and I hope to catch you all again next time.